Hello, and welcome to Set for Smash Moveset Concept, where we look at the legacy of video game characters and see who has what it takes to join the battle. And this is our first character for our 6-part Fighter Pass in celebration of Smash Bros. 25th anniversary, as well as the 5th year anniversary of Smash Ultimate. Then what better way to start off than with a character people have requested for years now. And thanks to a specific game coming out last year, that possibility might finally come. I'm of course referring to Geno. Though the puppet is named Geno, the being that lives inside its body is in fact a star from Star Road. Unfortunately, his name is unpronounceable to the human language, so he refers to himself as the name of the puppet that belongs to a young toad that knocks out Mario. After a close encounter with one of the members of the Smithy gang, Mario jumps in to save Geno. He asks Mario's assistants to aid him on his quest to recover the 7 stars needed to fully rebuild Star Road, in order to save the wishes of the Mushroom Kingdom. All this from a classic SNES title in collaboration with Squaresoft, which would later be merged in with Enix to become Square Enix, in collaboration with Nintendo, Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars, or as it's known in its remake, Super Mario RPG. Not only being the first RPG that Mario's ever been a part of, but the one that would inspire titles such as Paper Mario and the Mario & Luigi series. Geno has been surprisingly a well-requested character for quite a long time. There's even an article where Sakurai even stated he wanted Geno to be put in Smash at some point. Even his Mii costume was available in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, and later returned in Ultimate, along with a spirit of him. Before we can figure out whether or not he'll actually join the battle, let's see what this character from Beyond the Stars is capable of. Before we begin, I just wanted to let you know we did alter a few things this time around with Set for Smash, as everything will be broken down into specific categories. The best way I can explain this is by starting to talk about the details, as we'll be talking about a lot of things that go into the details of how Geno would work in Smash Bros., and everything will be categorized based off those types of themes. To start off with, the series symbol would obviously be the mushroom for the Mario Bros. Series, as that's where he originated from. For his height, he's actually shorter than Mario. And the reason I went with this is not just because of how chibi all the characters look in Mario RPG, as I wanted to keep him as close to his original toy figure as I could. Though he is small in size, his stats definitely show otherwise. Being a wooden toy possessed by a star, he's a very light character, with above average speed, with above average jumping ability. Not to mention he's arsenaled with many powerful weapons, giving him high attack power. Even though his attack power might be high, I made sure that he have a low defense and below average knockback ability, making Geno's fighting style similar to a glass cannon, or in this case, a wooden cannon. And to conclude our detail segment, when he enters the stage, you'll see the star that possesses Geno take form and get ready for battle. On to the next section with taunts, which of course will be breaking down to 3 different types. His first taunt will have him crossing his arms and nodding in front of the camera. For his second taunt, he nearly trips over himself as he still is not yet fully been accustomed to walking in his new form. And for his third taunt, he'll do a little dance in referencing when your other party members get a level up. Next up is the color palettes will be broken up of course into 8 color types, with his first being his default design, which will be blue and yellow. And this might be me thinking this out loud, but Geno's original design is strikingly similar to Final Fantasy's Black Mage, from the blue robe to the yellow aesthetic, and the fact that you don't really get to see the true form of this character. And trust me when I say that idea actually gave me this inspiration for some of the color palettes. But not the next one, as the second one will give him light blue and white attire, referencing the other party member you obtain, Mallow. Color palette 3 will actually give Geno a white and pink color palette. Though this could be a reference to another character from Mario RPG, I actually made this one more in reference to the white mages of Final Fantasy, as mentioned before because Geno looks more inspired by the Black Mage. Color palette 3 will give him a yellow and red attire, referencing characters like Belome and Bowyer. Color palette 5 will give him a red and white attire, referencing Final Fantasy's Red Mage, as well as another Mario RPG character, Booster. Color palette 6 will give him a dark blue and red attire, giving him the 2 variants of another Mario RPG character, Jonathan Jones. Color palette 7 will actually give Geno a gray and white-ish attire with red eyes, referencing the replica boss variants found near the end of Mario RPG, as well as the main antagonist of the series, Smithy. And lastly, it'll give him purple and black attire, which is a reference to the secret boss of Mario RPG, as well as another Final Fantasy character, Kulex. And to wrap up this segment, we'll be talking about his victory animations. For Geno's first victory animation, he'll cross his arms and nod again and keep in that pose for a while, referencing when you defeat an enemy in Mario RPG. For his second victory animation, he'll actually hold his arm towards his heart, a reference to his level up animation in the HD remake of Mario RPG. And for his final victory animation, you'll see the 7 stars float around Geno, and the star will fly out of Geno and fly around the stars, referencing the ending of Super Mario RPG. However, if Geno is defeated, he'll only remain in doll form. While his animations are in play, his victory theme will be the Super Mario RPG victory theme, with the extra outro music included. Let's move on to the next segment where we talk about all of his standard attacks. Starting with his jab, it'll be the same 3-hit animation you see Mario use in the Mario RPG games, where it is a one-handed punch, an uppercut, and then another powerful punch. While his dash attack will actually have him trip on his feet and tackle the foe, again referencing his lack of mobility at the beginning of Mario RPG. For his side tilt, he uses a flying fist, referencing his attack animation when you have no items equipped. His up tilt will be an uppercut in referencing to when he hit Bowyer when we were first introduced to him. For his down tilt, he'll be in a crouching animation, and then a small little BB gun will shoot out of his arm, shooting 3 tiny projectiles, referencing his equipable weapon, the handgun. For his smash attacks, his side smash will have him using the item known as the double punch, which will have him shoot both arms like they were rocket fists. His up smash will have him shooting an arm cannon with the beam shooting upward, this being one of his high-hitting knockback attacks, referencing the most powerful weapon in his arsenal, the Stella 023. For his down smash, he'll be using his weapon attachment known as the hand cannon, where he'll shoot an explosive weapon out of his elbow. But it will be in the animation style similar to Mega Man's down smash, where he'll be using both elbows. Moving on to his aerials, his standard aerial will have him spinning in a star shape, doing small flinching damage, which is good for characters that are up close as well as doing light combo damage. For his forward aerial, he'll use the item known as the finger shot, and shoot small little BBs similar to a spread shot. This is his weakest attack, but it's also very useful for keep off me tools. For his back aerial, he'll equip himself with a hand cannon again, and shoot the cannon behind himself out of his elbow. For his up aerial, he'll equip himself with the star gun, and he'll shoot upwards a shooting star that explodes in contact. He'll use the star gun again in his down aerial, but if you sweet spot it, you can even spike it. The animation is similar to Mega Man's down air. Moving on to his throwing animations, when he grabs a foe, he'll actually disconnect one of his arms, and then reattach his arm to grab hold of him. This is actually in reference to Mallow's long reach. While for his pummel animation, he'll start kicking foes. For his forward throw, he'll toss his foes with both hands and turn them into a giant projectile, referencing a move that Bowser does with Mario in Super Mario RPG. For his back throw, he'll give his foes a backhanded slap, sending them flying behind him, referencing the hitting animation for Princess Peach. His up throw will be a one-handed throw, and then he'll fire at his opponents with the handgun. And for his down throw, Geno will toss him to the ground and then use the finger shot on them. As you can see from his fighting style, Geno is a pretty ranged character, hence why I made him this glass cannon, or wood cannon, again. Now we move on to the final part of Geno's moveset, and the more important part of a character's fighting style, their special attacks. And obviously we begin with his standard special, which is the first move that Geno obtains, the Geno beam. If you press the B button, Geno will shoot a small beam of energy, but if you press and hold the B button, Geno will fire out a much more powerful burst. However, this move cannot be charged, and is still a projectile item similar to Robin's Thoron. And obviously for the Kirby hat for the standard special, it'll be Geno's hat. For Geno's side special, it's the Geno Whirl, where Geno will shoot a disc of energy. But if you can actually time the B button when he launches it, you can actually get more knockback power depending on how quickly you time it, referencing the perfect timing moves and attacks. Don't worry, this won't do 999 damage, it'll just have more knockback ability. If you can time it perfectly, it'll make for great killing potential at high damages. For Geno's up special, it's the Geno Blast. How this will work as his up special, Geno will actually charge up his energy and then shoot a beam under him that'll launch him like a shooting star. The longer the charge, the higher you fly. And if you have it at fully charged, it even has the possibility to spike your foes. Though a lot of Geno's attacks would have timing as well as charge-based abilities, there's actually another way to access this type of power, which again involves charging, which would be a two-part variant of his down special. The first version is the Geno Boost. When you activate your down special, you'll notice a meter appearing under Geno. By pressing and holding down B, Geno will start boosting himself. If you fully charge this down B, the next special attack you use will be at max power. However, when you activate the Geno boost, you have to be very dedicated to using it, as you only get the boost when you fully charge the Geno boost. If you cancel out of it, you'll have to start all over again. But you're probably wondering, what happens if you use down B again after using Geno boost? Then you'll use Geno's other spell-based attack, which is also his ultimate spell, which is Geno Flash. Geno will transform into a cannon, and if you can time it perfectly, shoot a tiny little beam of energy that will make a massive explosion, dealing high knockback power, working similarly to a fully charged Sephiroth standard special. To wrap up Geno's moveset, we have to look at his final smash, which I like to call Legend of the 7 Stars. This final smash is actually a combination of two different types of moves found in the remake of Mario RPG, which comes from the moves Star Rider and Shooting Star Triple Shot. When activating your final smash, Geno, through a rainbow of energy, will shoot towards the top of the stage, and the 7 stars will appear around him. He'll equip himself with the weapons known as the Star Gun and the Stella 023, where he'll rain down a massive beam of energy from the Stella 023 and meteorites of shooting stars from the Star Gun, working similarly to a combination of Lucario and Lucas's final smash, which are controllable. When the final smash ends, Geno returns to where he was, and the 7 stars reform back into one. And with that, we have set for Smash, Geno. Believe it or not, there was a point when I thought Geno was one of those characters I thought would never join Super Smash Bros. But after the announcement of the Mario RPG remake, and the fact that there are tons of Square Enix characters in Smash already, it's not a matter of if Geno is going to join Smash Bros., it's only a matter of when. And when that happens, trust me when I say, it'll be a dream come true. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're excited for our special Set for Smash Fighter Pass this year. I'll be making these moveset concepts on a bi-monthly basis. Though this will be the last you'll be hearing my voice until December on these moveset concepts, just note this ain't the end of Set for Smash, as there'll be 4 other characters taking in the voice role, as well as collaborating on how the next 4 characters will work. So, thanks for watching, and tune into the next moveset concept with our first special guest.